The particularity of the Naturospace is to present a small piece of the rainforest very close to the nature. The Naturospace botanical collection has been increased during 15 years with many collaborations. The main part of our botanical collection was a leg from the French Museum, and the other part is the result of the long collaboration with Maison Le Couffle, the famous orchid producer in France. With Benoît Damico, the biologist and the gardener of the Naturospace, we use all the botanical collection to create a new biotope where the butterfly and birds fly free around the plants.
People who come here in the garden immediately have a feeling of a change. We have the wet atmosphere, just like when you come out of the plane when you arrive in Amazonia. And we also have the plants, the trees. The roots are coming down from the branches. And we also have many plants who are growing on the trees. Here in the garden, we have 3 different categories of plants. We have the trees, very high, and that gives a tropical atmosphere. We have also a lot of flowers, a great range of different species, very important for the butterflies to feed them. They are nectar source of the butterflies. The third category is the plant we are made for the reproduction of the species, because each species of butterflies has its caterpillar, which is eating a very special plant called the food plant. So we need it to make the reproduction inside the garden. We don't obtain the reproduction of all the species here in the garden. Most of them are reared by breeders on the original countries, from Costa Rica, the Philippines, the Kenya. And we receive the chrysalis every week and make them hatch here in the garden to obtain the main population. This butterfly garden is a tropical garden. We try to recreate a complete tropical rainforest with a high level of humidity, and also a lot of sun. Is very important for all the vegetation to collect as much as sun as possible. At the conception of the garden, we pay attention to make the light enter in the garden as much as possible. And we have a special roof, very lighty, and for that reason, the butterflies live very well inside the garden. They reproduce, they feed on the flowers, and there's no problem to keep them alive a long time, in average 1 month. This garden has a very high level of quality for different reasons. The main one is the diversity of the plant. We have about 400 different species of plant that give this natural environment. But after that, we also have to keep the flowers all year, because the butterflies are living here all year. So we have to choose a large range of different species that come in bloom at every month of the year. This balance, this beauty of the garden is difficult to control. We have the birds, sometimes they try to eat the caterpillars. We have also the butterflies, the caterpillar eats the plants, a few plants. And we also have all the disease on the plants, so aphids and all the other insects. We try to eat the plants, so we need to control it very naturally.
I had the pleasure with my colleague Benoît Damico to present the Naturospace, this small part of the tropical forest where we can travel far away from the harbour of Honfleur in Normandy.